ain't no love
In the heart of the city. Yes, sir.
Is that a song that you've been listening to like every morning?
Yes, sir.
How long has this been going on?
Just like 2 weeks. Yep. Wake up, throw that song on. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm in like a montage in my own head.
To do what though? Just to
Work
go
from
to
home.
work?
Dude, the man of the hour. Hold on. Round of applause for you, brother. Bang,
Thank you.
bang. You
Thanks,
did it,
man.
dude. You did it.
I did do it. I done did the goddamn thing. I done do it.
We're all proud of you.
If you don't know, you probably don't know. You're not here anyway. Who gives a fuck at the end of the day, right? We're tired. We're hungover. We had a great night last night.
I saw them at the show.
Some of them maybe, but probably not. I produced and then featured on a comedy show. And it was a great night. A lot of fun. Lots of fooling around. Lots of laughs and loves.
Mm-hmm.
What, I guess, tell me your experience.
From my
'Cause
perspective.
I didn't watch a majority of the show.
Oh, really?
I was running time, so I was like, somebody goes up, I listen for when they start the jokes, press the timer, then I got to run to the back later on, give them the light, bring up the next guy. So I'm still like, I listen to some jokes, but I'm producing a lot of the shit. So
Yeah.
how was it?
Were you
overall?
running the light?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. I guess from an audience person's perspective, I was really excited. I wasn't as nervous. I was way more nervous the first time you did this. This time I was just like excited. I thought it was gonna be fun.
Why were you nervous the first time?
I didn't want you to fuck up. And I knew it would be okay if you did, but I knew that it meant a lot.
Oh my God.
It meant a lot to you. And I just wanted to see you do well.
Yeah.
And I know that's hard for you to relate to because you just want everyone to suck.
Well, the thing is, like, I guess if you're not doing stand up, you don't know. But if it's all like friends and family and people that know me, it's already my audience.
Yeah.
I would have to be insanely bad for me to fuck up there. It's kind of, it's a walk in the park compared to like where I actually do stand up
Yeah.
with people that don't know me, and it's a like cold warm up type of situation.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
And you also did a lot of jokes that like connected with people in the audience. So I'm curious what would have replaced those jokes if it wasn't your audience. But we'll get to that later. So show started. The first dude that was up, I don't remember his name. You could say it.
Quinn Fitzgerald.
Yes, sir. He was actually really funny. He has this like awkward energy, and I thought it was all good. There's nothing. There's no jokes that I could specifically remember, and I wouldn't say him anyways. But I thought he was funny. So strong start to the show.
That shirt he was wearing. Do you remember the shirt?
No.
He's wearing a brown shirt with like a loose bacony collar. He wears that shirt multiple times throughout the week. Like I will see him at different shows and he's wearing the same fucking shirt.
Was his material new based on what you've heard?
The thing is, all those guys, I've heard all of their jokes, or at least most of them. Like you carry jokes throughout long periods of time. So I don't know if he did much new stuff, but
I thought he was really funny. And then the next dude, he was a little more hit or miss for me. I thought it was hilarious that he was wearing an eye patch for no reason. And then he kind of lost me at some points. And there was one joke, though, he said about the salt lick down a drug-fueled lady and licking down there. That's all I'm going to give away. And that was insane. Everyone's faces in the crowd was just like, what the fuck? And I'm sitting behind your grandma. So she's just like stressed. When a joke was really good, she would get stressed.
really,
That's what it looked like.
because at one point, one of the dudes said something about a girl and it's like, fuck me like it's the last time you're going to fuck me.
Yeah.
And I heard that from the back. I'm behind the curtain and I'm just like, My grandma is here, bro. What is she thinking about this?
Bro. That's what I kept. It was distracting, honestly, because I kept seeing her peripherally,
Yeah.
and I needed to see her reactions to stuff. It was cute for the most part, but all your family members, like the women, are beautiful, gorgeous, all of them. There's not a single miss. And then
What?
there was another comic that
No, you don't get to just say that and then go into other shit.
what
Why are you saying that?
I feel like you're lucky.
In what way?
It's like family reunions are like going to an art exhibit for you. Gorgeous. What happened?
Oh my God. Speaking of gorgeous, why wasn't your sister at the show?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
What are you trying to say right now?
I'm trying to say she could have gotten it for free, baby.
You leave that hairy troll out of your mouth.
Sorry, she couldn't have gotten in for free because it was sold out.
Yes, sir. Did you know everyone there?
No.
Okay. I was curious. There was someone who sat next to me in a giant COVID mask, and I couldn't
Really?
recognize her at all.
Yeah, no. I looked at, like, I got stats from Eventbrite because that's the ticket system I used. And it said, like, 30 to 40% of the ticket sales came from, like, the Eventbrite, like, ad. I didn't run an ad, but they do, like, a discovery page or whatever for events going on. And so
That's
people
dope.
just bought it from there, I guess. Because there were names that came in. I get an email every time somebody buys a ticket. There were names coming in that I didn't recognize at all.
Yeah,
So
that's
and
dope.
some random old lady came up to me after the show and was like, "Thank you for the show. It was great. Thank you for being real. Like the stereotype joke and stuff. People don't really joke like that anymore. So it was great. I appreciate it. Blah blah." And I was like, "Okay, cool." But
Seattle crowd.
I didn't know this bitch at all, so
Yeah.
it was throwing me off. I was like, "What? Why were you in there?"
Yeah. The person next to me, I think, was one of those. And I'm not trying to be judgmental, but when I saw the COVID mask, I was like, oh, there's going to be a lot of
Fucking
shit
Fauci.
she's not going to laugh at. But you got her a few times. There was
a few times.
She was pretty stern.
Oh,
There was a few
lovely.
comics that got her. But
Oh, she should have stuffed that mask down her fucking throat if you can't take a joke, bitch.
yeah. She was the only not hot person there.
She's got a new strain. It's called being a fucking boring piece of shit. 19.
And they're rolling out vaccines for it right now.
They are. It's called a bullet to the brain. The new vaccine for being a stern piece of shit is going into your garage, turning your car on, and just sitting there waiting for the dark clouds to take your soul. Down to Beelzebub.
They get down there and they're just like a critic at all the torture. All the
It's like, I don't think you're twisting his nipples hard enough. Oh, fuck her. But thank you for coming if you're watching
Yes,
this. I
you
appreciate it. Every ticket sold means a lot to me. It means the world. Fucking bitch.
Then there was a dude that came up, and I haven't seen him before in the Seattle scene, but he looks very fucking Seattle. And he reminded me, so I turned to my girl and I was like, yo, that's pretty much a tall version of our old friend Joe. And then
Oh, yeah.
he started going, he was going, and then your mom turned around, touched my knee, and then went, "Dude, that's just like Joe." And then I turned to, I was like, I told you, dude, he reminds me so much of Joe.
Yeah.
Just like more like a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And he
But-
was good. I
yeah.
thought he was very interactive with the crowd.
Well, I was dying because I was in the back timing once he went up, and he just goes, "Keep it going, just making people clap for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Keep it going for yourself. It's hard to write jokes. Keep it going." I was fucking dying.
Yeah, he was funny.
I came out for the intro, so like at the beginning of the show, I just did a quick intro of what the show was, brought up the first guy, and then that was it. I was so thrown off because I had the mic in the stand. I'm not used to talking with the mic in the stand. It just felt like there was a dick in my face. Like I didn't know, like I'm like talking around it and shit and like using my hands in weird ways. And then I got off the stage, I was like, this is not gonna go well. I'm gonna kill myself. This
So
sucks.
I know you, right?
Yeah,
And
I felt so uncomfortable.
We can. There's only one other comic I wanted to cover, but when you first came out, you seemed to me nervous.
Bro, I was so flustered with what was going, because I'm also just got done running upstairs to make sure that she's turning off the lights, and then I'm running back, and there's like a whole fucking cavernous tunnel system around the stage, so I don't have to go through the audience. So I'm like running up staircases, down and around, down below. Like, so there's the level that the whole room is on, but then you go downstairs to then go up the tunnel system to get to the stage. There was a whole Indian group downstairs doing like a seminar on how to do stand-up. Like they were like, a punchline is this, and it has tags like this, and they're playing clips and shit of like comics doing jokes. They were playing like an Anthony Jeselnik clip to like break down what a joke was. It smelled crazy down there.
Yeah, it did.
And oh my god,
were they serving food with their toes?
Wow, that's crazy. But they were just doing armpit farts the whole time.
Yeah.
And so by the time I got up to the stage, I was already out of breath and just like,
bro, that's what it seemed like. It seemed like you came out there and you had just got done holding your breath.
That's
because
what
your sentence was like a rapper who had run out of
and then I
oxygen.
fucking got off the stage and I go to the back and I finally sit down. I'm like, fuck. Hopefully it doesn't feel that awkward when I'm up there.
I don't think it'd be something that regular people would notice. I think you seem normal enough. I just know you so well that I could pick up on those. And then before you came up, there was one other comic who I thought was really funny for the most part. That little gay, like, bean guy.
Oh, Richie.
Dude, he's funny.
Yeah, he is.
He was funny.
He actually, like, he features for Joe Dombrowski. So, like, that dude he was on Ellen at one point, and that's kind of what, to my knowledge, what, like, started his, like, solid base of a following, because he was a teacher for so long, and that. So, like, Richie will travel with him and, like, feature for him in different states and stuff. So, like, Richie's, like, pretty established in the Seattle scene, and he's part of the Seattle International Comedy Competition and stuff. So, like, I try to make sure that the lineup was, like, really, really stacked.
That's what I thought was cool, because, like, last time it felt like I was just going for you, and then some people were funny. This time, the show was good. Everyone was funny. He was really good. That joke he made about he had really like messed up knees. And then he was like, "It's not what you think. I was just praying a lot." And everyone's like, "Oh." And then he was like, "'Cause I'm a whore." I thought that was brilliant.
That's my favorite stuff, is like when we were all coming up together, we used to do open mics at this like shit bar that it doesn't exist anymore. But there would be like old white guys there and shit. And so he goes up and he's just telling a joke about sucking dick.
Fuck yeah.
And watching those dudes tense up, like not know how to react, was the funniest shit ever. Just seeing them get so uncomfortable is hilarious.
Yeah.
I wonder what my stepdad was like. He's like, "This is not red."
He was laughing. He just seems like it takes a lot to get that giggle out.
It takes a lot to get him to fucking laugh.
Or just
did he laugh at all during my shit?
I think a couple times.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It is what it is.
No, that's bullshit. Because when we went to Joe Coy, he had tears in his eyes. I was like, God. And Joe Coy's doing like a fart joke and he's crying. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I spent hours crafting these things, and then
when his phone went off during that other dude's set. And the other dude was like, "What kind of fucking ringtone is that?" That was hilarious.
That's funny.
And he was like, "Who was that?" And then he goes, just raises his Home Depot hand.
He blocked out the spotlight.
And then there was another incident that happened that I don't even know if you know about, but I think it was...
The music?
Oh, yeah, you do?
Vaguely. So I go out to give somebody the light, and I see the DJ, and it plays music, and it blasts at first, and I heard him turn it down.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think anything of it, but then one of my friends texts me, like once I get back to the green room, he texts me, he's like, I went out there and told the DJ to turn this fucking music down.
Yeah.
Fucking disrespectful. And then my girlfriend also texted me, I was like, can you get him to turn the music down? So then I went out there and talked to them, and they had already turned it down by that point, but luckily that got rectified, because that is crazy that I paid money to reserve this spot in time.
Yeah.
And then you guys also double book a DJ at the same time. How does that make fucking sense?
It was wild. And yeah, he actually did really help, because that shit was going. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'll wait a little bit, because I'm assuming they're not acoustic,
Yeah.
and they're going to turn it off on their own. And then it just kept going. And
Yeah.
it's super distracting. Like,
And there's
for us in the back.
there's nobody there either. Like
Yeah.
the bar was empty
Yeah,
at that point,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I think they're setting up for the nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like 4 people in the bar. They're not there for the music, so just turn it the fuck down till I'm done, nigga.
Yeah.
I was
Nigga.
worried because what?
What?
What'd you say?
I said, yeah.
Is that something that I have to flag?
I said, Igga.
You're treading very close. You're gonna get yourself in trouble, and I'm not gonna help you
Why won't you help me?
because you don't deserve it.
Yeah. All right. So we fucking, the music got handled thanks to James.
Yeah.
And that was nice. And then you came up, and I'm not like, I don't have the credentials to critique a comic, but
Goddamn right you don't.
based on just my humble opinion, you had gotten so much better because, and I'm going to list the reasons I noticed and just enjoy it and shut the fuck up, you piggy.
Oink oink.
So, first of all, the one critique I think I've ever given you was about enunciating things. And I'm not saying that's the reason you fixed it, but this time you were enunciating things so like comfortably and coherently, and it didn't seem like there was any hesitation. So you seemed really calm and collected.
Mhm.
And you were saying words the way you would say words in this setting, versus before it felt like there was like a knot in your chest or something. I don't know how to explain the way that it was breathy. It wasn't like as confident. And it's been a while for me since I've seen it, but I just thought he could enunciate certain things a little bit more.
Yeah.
Was my only thought. You completely fixed that. And the jokes had good like flow. There was one point where it got kind of like you're talking for a bit and we had just got done laughing. And I was like, where is this going? And it ended up with you fucking Harriet Tubman.
My girlfriend said that was like the part probably where her dad laughed the hardest,
Yeah. Good.
which is funny because he's just like a quiet, reserved dude. So like, and he doesn't like he used to not cuss around them and stuff,
Mhm.
even in their adult years, like very conservative in that aspect.
Mhm.
So
So, you came up, that joke crushed. A lot of your jokes I thought crushed. Your grandma finally started laughing a little bit.
no, she did.
Yeah.
Did she not laugh during these?
She was a little more reserved. It wasn't like she wasn't enjoying it.
I think honestly, probably she's feeling nervous
Yes.
for me
Yeah.
more than anything. Just given what I know of her, she's always stressing about something.
Yeah.
So she's probably worried about how it's gonna go.
Yeah. I could see that. But the whole audience like erupted for a few of your jokes, and you did one joke that was similar to a joke you've done before.
Yeah,
But
no,
I-
I rewrote it. So it was the same joke you have heard. I just changed it.
And I thought you made it way better. So that was also another point of improvement, was you took a joke you already had, but you reworded it so it was different enough for the people who have already heard it to be able to laugh again.
Uh-huh.
And that was cool.
Well, thank you. There's thing that's annoying is there's some premises that I started with, like that I still think are good and can be improved upon. But like one of them being like getting cheated on and she cheated on me with a dude also named Chase. That's
Yeah.
a fucking solid, funny thing.
Yeah.
But I can't use that anymore. I mean, I could use it. I just couldn't put it out again, video wise.
The person in question
Yes,
reposted
That's
that.
why I don't want. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I would like the joke to just be the joke, because
Yeah.
nobody know. I don't give the name of the person that it is,
Yeah.
because that bitch doesn't fucking deserve. No.
Yeah, that
but-
fucking pig.
wow.
No. No.
I'm reaching for it.
No.
I'm about to flag it.
No.
I'm
She
about to
cheated
flag
on
it.
you.
Show some respect.
To what?
I don't care.
What the fuck?
But yeah, that's also the kind of the balance of when I'm inviting the same people out, like my friends and family, to see me. Even if the joke is different, I still don't want you to hear the same joke.
Yeah.
So I've kind of left it, but we'll see. I might pick some of them up again. Who knows?
Well, I have a question for you. So you've been in comedy for a while and you come up with jokes or premises that you think are good. As you continue to build skills, do you feel as though you have more tools to revisit some of those premises?
Yeah.
And make them.
Yeah, like I was telling you the other day, like with like family issues going on, that not enough time has passed for me to really figure out how to make it funny yet. But also, I think that's going to intersect with the skill set to be able to elaborate on it properly, to where it's more nuanced to work well, rather than it just being a rough, here's what happened, kind of abrasive to like a regular audience member. Finding a way to paint it that is still funny, even if you're talking about like a serious situation, I think that skill level will come over time. So
Makes
that's kind of the same with old premises, where like I can better elaborate on a topic because I have a developed skill set and I know how it will be received.
Makes sense. You opened up with a joke about me.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So it's my joke. I can fucking leak it.
Yeah.
Premise is like stereotypes are funny. Like I have a friend that's Persian, and there hasn't been a time where I've seen him stand on a rug where I don't pretend the shit's about to take flight. I know that to you, that has to make you tired. It drains your soul.
Yeah.
But it's funny and it works.
Yeah.
So then there was other stuff in the set where I knew, even though it's along those lines, it's funny enough that it would get you. But what were your thoughts when you heard that?
I was like a fucking carpet. Bro, since Aladdin
I
dropped.
knew you were mad.
Since Aladdin dropped. But the first thing, as soon as you said Persian, I felt the people who knew me, which was quite a few people in that room, all turned.
Now you know how I felt during Black History Month in school, bitch.
I'll get over it.
Yeah, watching niggas getting sprayed with a fire hose, and then every white guy turns around and go, how does he feel about this?
They were trying to clean you. So
Wow.
what? Hygiene.
Nigga, you guys have been broke since the silk trade. Fuck you.
When was it?
Get your bands up.
When was
fuck,
the silk
nigga.
trade?
I don't know.
That's what I thought.
1700s?
Get sprayed. So
Oh my god. Oh, my.
So joke started off. I hear the rug thing, and then you transition into. My main takeaway was you think I'm charming. that's how much of
I
a fuck
use
I
the
am.
charming to lead into
Yeah.
you charm snakes out of a wicker basket.
Took it as a compliment.
That's the only reason I use charming,
Yeah.
because it charming
Thank you.
snakes.
Thank
That's the fucking trick.
Thank you.
That's the trick.
Thanks.
If I use any other word, it wouldn't have worked.
Right. Thank you.
No.
Thanks. So I thought that one was, I mean, it was all good, but I thought that part was a little better than the carpet one. I just heard the carpet one so much, but I could hear everyone laughing, and so the generic joke fucking worked. Good for you.
Yeah, get fucked. Okay. I'm not gonna leak the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's not even leaking. It's just, if you weren't there probably hearing about this, kind of sucks ass. Deal with it. There's nobody here at this
Yeah,
point.
we don't want our
nobody.
schizo thoughts
Yeah.
knowing the.
When I get to the point on the airplane joke when I yelled Allahu Akbar,
Yep.
Did that get you or no?
Yes.
Okay, good. I figured once I committed that hard,
Yeah.
that way,
That's
I
the
saw
only
spit
thing that
flying from my mouth when I did it.
And I also felt eyes on me. What the fuck?
So that was special for the show. I don't do that usually.
Oh, okay.
And I'll do like a Twin Towers. Is that you? It will be the punchline instead. And that still doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like I wrote in specific punchlines because I knew that I was safe in like being able to just have fun without having to maintain a crowd fully because it's my crowd. So it's like I can get away with it.
Yeah.
You can't get away with that regularly
Man.
in Seattle. That
Yeah.
it's like
You could see that you have been getting or putting in the work with crowds that are ass. That translates over to now that you were in front of your own crowd, I think. So it was good. It's not like I'm watching you often, but I know you really well, and I've seen you enough to see the progress.
oh, thank you, man.
One other point in the show was this dude. It was the guy right before you. He asked the audience if they had ever, or if they knew anybody that was a dumbass or something like that.
Yeah.
And there was one dude in the back, in the very back, who was like, yeah.
I heard this.
Yeah. And it was funny because it definitely seemed like he was nominating himself.
Uh-huh.
And he was actually trying to nominate his friend.
Yeah,
For
he's
flooding.
with me tonight.
Yeah. And it was funny because the comic didn't bite on it at all. He was just like, oh, that just...
What? So the dude,
Yeah.
he asked, do you have any dumbass friends? This guy volunteered himself, like, yeah, I do. And then the comic asked him, like, so what did he do to make him a dumbass? And the dude said that he was washing his clothes and flooded the house when he was washing the clothes.
Yeah.
And then, go ahead.
And then the comic was just like, that doesn't seem like a reason why he'd be a dumbass. That seems like an appliance issue.
Yeah.
Or I won't tolerate, and I think he was joking, but I won't tolerate
Victim blaming or something.
victim blaming, and then just moved on.
I
I
think
thought that was funny.
that's the part that is funniest about crowd work is there's a lot of times where people think that they're funny or that what they're going to do will work, but they don't have experience talking to a crowd of people. So then they come out and say something like that where it's actually not that funny,
Yeah.
or they talk for way too long when they're talking to the comic. Like
Yeah.
they go on, ramble on, and then they get made fun of because they're taking so long.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it, in a weird sense, it's like getting the pros versus Joes. Like you get to play against LeBron. You really think you can hold up until you see what it's actually like being in that scenario.
Yeah.
And so he realized he was an idiot once
Yeah.
that came out of his mouth.
Yeah. And you could see him talk for a while after that,
Uh-huh.
where it seemed like he was trying to
Try and get small wins around him,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
let
yeah.
everyone know. Yeah, I might be stupid, but no, there's more context to this. Stuff.
Yeah, yeah. He was trying to deal with the fact that he looked
Fucked up,
stupid. Yeah, which was funny. And then in the same guy's set, there was a lady in the front, and this lady was annoying me because she was clearly texting for the majority of the show.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it was anybody that you were related to or not, but she was closer to the front, and she was just obviously like, I could see a few of the comics make eye contact with, not eye contact because
Yeah.
she's looking at the fucking phone, but could see that she was just not paying attention and texting. Like, why are you at a show if you're texting? And in this dude's set, her phone went off, like someone called, and she hung up, and he was in the middle of getting to a punchline about how he got fired, because it was like all the employees gathered in Seattle. He had like led us all the way there.
Yeah, and then
We're
she
all
fucked up the punchline after he built the whole story up.
Yes, and then he just dropped it and had to go on to something else because it ruined his train of thought. So we never found out.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't control how a fucking audience works.
Yeah,
Because like my girl said, one dude there was like watching so there was a football game going on at the same time as the show.
yeah,
So he was watching the game up until I went up. which is like, brother, that's great. I know you want to watch the game, but also like it's more than just me on the show, so it doesn't mean you disrespect everybody else. They all put in the same exact time and effort. Some of them more than I have, as far as time
Yeah.
that they've been doing this.
Yeah, that's
So,
so
like-
humble of you.
So to just disrespect the work that they put in because you're not friends with them is fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck the audience, man.
Your
Okay.
parents, on that note,
Uh-huh.
and your stepdad.
Were they respectful? I swear to God, I'll kick my mom straight in her fucking tits.
Can I kick it?
No,
Please.
no.
I can kick. They were watching
Your
the
sister smells nice.
How do you know? What the fuck?
Hey, you think I haven't been to Bellingham?
I wish I could say the same about your sister.
I wish I could too.
Yeah.
And she smells like the Indian niggas downstairs.
She smells like still laundry. That's just been said.
Anyway, what were you saying?
They were streaming the fights on their phone before the show started. And for a second I thought they would keep watching up until you came up.
Bro, how do you compete? Because I booked this show like months in advance,
Yeah.
and I looked to see if there were any UFC events on for this weekend.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, fucking NFL playoffs, big UFC fight. And then how am I supposed to compete at this level with those events?
Because people love you.
Yeah, but they only love me so much.
Hey, I missed the whole
I know,
card
but
for
so
you.
how many more times would that be allowed?
That was it.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to pick and choose dates where I don't have to compete.
Yeah.
What happens if I book one out again and then all of a sudden Conor McGregor's back? Fucking, God damn it!
You got to book a Wednesday evening.
No, because then
Wednesday
it's
at
super
6.
inconvenient for everybody coming.
It's inconvenient to miss the fights.
That's it. All right. Fuck you. I can't win. This
Yeah.
is bullshit.
But overall, I thought from top to bottom it was a good show. I'm not just saying that because I would think of things to critique you on if I could. What's up?
I would think of things to tell you to fucking fix if I could think of one.
No, but
Perfect.
it was good.
It was
good.
flawless, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it was good. A lot of the comics were good. All of them were good, actually. Did they get paid for this?
Yes.
Can you reveal how much?
Why would I do that?
I was just curious.
I'm not just gonna disclose people's pay.
How much did you make?
Don't worry about it, baby.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay. I'm not gonna tell you how much I made, but I will tell you it's expensive to run that show.
So he made nothing.
Because I have to fucking book the venue. I paid a dude to film everything, and then paid everybody that went up.
Yeah.
That eats into the bottom line. Not to mention how many niggas got 50% off the fucking ticket price.
Not me.
Yeah, that's because your girlfriend fucked up.
No.
You would have got 50%
Bro,
off.
I told her that too. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Keep it. Let's support.
Well, what do you mean keep it?
Don't reach out. She was like, oh, I could just message. I was like, no, you can't. It's over.
You could have, but I also am in full
okay.
control. The money was in my pocket. Probably wasn't giving it back.
Hey.
Yeah, also, you kind of owe me with how many Diet Cokes you've consumed at my house. It's about $50 worth.
Yeah. I want $1 for every follower you've ever gotten from a clip of us. How about that?
So it'd be like $7.
$7. I need it.
The last thing I'll say about this show is I think this time I'm going to do another one before I move. But, hey,
What? I'll be there.
go fuck yourself.
I'll be there.
I'm not, the last one I did was like 6 months ago before this. You got to come out once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
I think the next one I do, we'll see. But as of right now, I think I'll do like a standard show as far as like 3 comics, opener feature, and then I'll close it out with like a 45 to an hour. So that's like a goal of mine is to try and see if I can write something completely new and structure it like you would see like a nigga on Netflix, like a very nuanced, particular, precise type of thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's the plan for right now.
Do you have jokes like that? Do you have like intricate type jokes?
Not really. They're all kind of just jokes, and then I just figure out where they go in line. But that's what I'm saying is like writing it with that in mind of like building out a full hour set with different sections and like sub jokes within an overlying theme and shit like that, where I haven't done that before. So seeing if I can like challenging myself to do that
Yeah.
before I go would be like a
Wise.
so we'll see. That's where it's at the day after the show. So it could change. Who knows?
That's cool. I respect it. It's because it's like something that, I don't feel like anyone can do. I respect it. I don't feel like I could do it. When I showed up, all your friends were like, "You getting up there? When are you getting up there?" And
Lovely. That's a fun conversation to navigate.
Yeah.
It's just something where you know they're not serious and they don't even need an answer to this, but you got to try and generate some sort of response.
I sat down. Right? I said hello to your parents who were in front of me, and then I get a tap on my left shoulder. There's you going up?
Hell yeah.
I love the pod,
Ah, yeah.
but thank you.
Lovely.
And then I got a message from one of your friends on Instagram,
Uh-huh.
followed me and DM'd me saying, if I sat next to you, I would wear a COVID mask too. I'm like, I just met you.
Also, how do you respond to that?
I just did laughing on it.
Good,
and
good,
then-
good. Yeah, wrap it up. Wrap it the fuck up.
And then my takeaway. Oh, and then Natalie's mom was like, "Oh, you got to do it. You're so funny on the podcast. You got to." This is after the show. You
Yeah.
got to do it too. I am not doing it. I can't do it. It's not in my skill set. It's not in my wheelhouse.
Bro, there's nothing you love more than just being forced into the conversations that you don't want to have, man.
And then because of the responses because this happened a couple different times last night
Uh-huh.
in the car, Tracy's like, "Why don't you do it?"
No, she did it.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Oh no.
I'm funny sometimes in like in person or in like group settings, but I could never do what you guys do. I can't go on stage and fucking.
The thing
I get
is,
distracted in the middle of my own jokes.
you could, but you don't want to, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to want to do this.
Yeah.
Why do people mean well, but they always give the worst fucking suggestions that never line up with what it is that you want to accomplish in your life?
Yeah. Because, I'm 28. Some
Yeah.
would say that's a grown person. I've thought about things I would want or not want to do.
Yeah.
If I
and then
haven't
you
done
do or don't do those things.
Yeah. That's typically how it works.
Yeah.
So fuck off.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it.
when I was
obviously.
looking for a job and my dad told me that I should be a truck driver, knowing that I do stand up, I was like, how the fuck does that work?
Yeah.
Just logistically, if I'm in Indiana on a fucking 900-mile run that I'm going to be out of Washington for a fucking week, how would that work for what I really want to do? And he's like, I don't know, dog.
In his defense, you could always make the lot lizards at your pit stops, at your rest stops laugh. You could do a little show for all the girls with a Coke bottle in their Hooters. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard of that?
Fuck up.
Fuck you. Have you heard of that?
Heard of what?
This is disgusting, and you can cut this, but girls who work those types of lots
Yes, I have heard of this.
shake up the Coke bottle. You haven't. They'll shake up a Coke bottle and clean out.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't experienced it either.
Okay.
Yeah. All that caffeine.
Did anyone die in front of your house this week or what?
No. I went down and I saw my dad. My sister was down there, so we all hung out.
Mm.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Did you ever have a moment growing up where you know how you're not in school anymore?
Yep.
But your sister may be.
Uh-huh.
And your sister's a little special, but a special case, sorry. But you know how they're up to date on all the things that you studied, like historical facts and shit like that, and then they'll weaponize it because we were playing trivia, and I could tell that what she was trying to do was like bring up things that she was super familiar with
To make you guys feel dumb.
to make me specifically be like, oh, you didn't know when the Byzantine Empire fell? 17012.
Oh,
That's
17012.
maybe I'm just dumb.
Holy shit.
But yeah,
That won't happen for another 15,000 years. Good shit, man.
oh, dude, fuck. But yeah, I felt like she was bringing up things that she was super familiar with that seemed like she was really informed. And so I had to fight back because she's done this to me before. She's like, oh, really? You didn't know when the Hanging Garden of Babylon fucking fell? I'm like, no, sorry, I don't know.
Why is
the
everything falling?
I don't know. I think that's the only thing I know about.
So how'd you fight back?
I pulled up like a biology trivia, and I started asking them what the largest organ on the body was and
Are
which
you
muscle.
fucking kidding
It's
me?
my only way to fight back.
No, the only way to fight back is go, you're in college. You're trying to show me you're smart. That's cute.
Yeah, I should have.
That's great. You're not going to retain any of this stuff once you get out of college. Also, did your tits get bigger?
What the fuck?
What? Whoa.
What do you do? That's my sister.
Yeah, that was very unpleasant.
That's the name of the show.
Yeah, but when I look at your sister, you know what I see?
Hashtag pleasant.
Yeah, she is.
Damn, dude. Do
Yeah.
you know what I see when I look at your sister? She looks like
This
a.
doesn't say retard. I can't. I can't fix it. I wonder if I had ordered the sign to say that, would they have made it still?
Yeah, that's definitely a company in like Thailand or something.
I mean, yeah, I got this off Amazon.
Yeah, they probably think it means hello. Yeah, that's the sign. I feel like it's a good, catchy name. How do you think the audience feels about the name?
They better like it.
That's where we're at right now. We're talking about if they like.
Yeah,
our
we
fucking-
have nothing. We're both drained. We spent the night out. You know how many people that I had to talk to? Oh, thank you for coming. The whole fucking night, man. I'm exhausted.
But
Wait. One thing I will say. So we went out afterwards. You weren't there because you went to watch the fights instead of be with your friend. So went out and we were like out to eat. And I'm at the table with like just different groups of people because they all
so glad
came
I wasn't there. Yeah.
see the show and shit. But they're all trying to take their shots. And so I'm fucking in the middle of the table. I'm sending fucking just missile strikes in different areas. just bombing niggas at different times. And then at one point, so they don't go back and forth with insults like we do. They're not suited for this.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them at one point goes, he's just staring at me for a second. And then he turns to my
You can
friend
see the
James and
gears
he's like, I'm
working.
trying to find a weakness, but this guy he doesn't have a weakness.
I hate
Which
the
is funny.
boost that gives you.
No, because I know that they can't. It's like beating up children. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not really the same thing. It's just funny to see, like, once you hit them a couple times, they've used they blew their load already. They don't
Yeah.
have anything else to go at you for, so they don't know what to attack.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, there's one of your friends that I could hear laughing behind me. He was sitting to the right. He has such a alcoholic laugh.
Oh, he was drunk as shit. I
Oh,
know
was he?
exactly what
Oh.
you're talking about because
He's the short.
yeah, one of my friends was like, so it wasn't the one directly behind you.
No.
No, yeah.
No.
Because he was like, bro, your friend Cameron kept turning around because like Joey was laughing so loud. And I was like, I don't know how to tell him it's not me that's doing this. Everyone was scared to not be chill around you, man.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. You got that emotion.
I felt it. I do. It was fun though. It was fun seeing them, and they brought up stuff on the podcast. And so when you were out, were there any good roasts, or were you just saying that's what it was?
I was just saying that's what
All
it
right,
was.
cool.
No, I got good jabs, but you don't know any of them, so you wouldn't.
No.
Oh, I will say that there was. So one of my friend's brothers and like his girl were there, and I was sitting directly across from them. And the girlfriend asked when I'm gonna pop the question.
Is Natalie there?
No, but I was like, I'm not on your timeline, nigga. Like, whenever that happens for us, is when it happens for us.
Yeah.
And then they started talking about their shit. and they've been dating for 7 years. And I'm trying to walk around a landmine of a conversation.
Yeah.
And so eventually we get out of it.
What was her name?
I'm not saying. And once we get
He
out
doesn't like you.
I do like her.
No.
I do.
The dude she's with. But continue.
What?
The dude she's
Oh.
with. Yeah.
Oh.
7 years.
So then he's trying to give his reasons for why they haven't done it. And I'm like, all right. So eventually the topic moves off of that before the conversation is finished. This nigga comes back to it. And I was like, brother, you are digging your own grave right now? What are we doing? I literally went like this when he started talking. I was shoveling. It's like, man, you got to get out. And he's like, I'll be in the doghouse. I'll get out of the doghouse. I don't give a...
Fuck yeah.
And I was shocked.
He's not friends with Fauci.
No, he's not. He's a real man, a patriot.
Yeah.
But-
What is the correct etiquette for when you should fucking drop the question? Is there like a timeline that...
I don't know. I think it depends on what your particular situation is. I think there's a overarching idea of when it should happen based on societal pressures,
Yeah.
but overall it comes down to what fits for your situation.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Why are you trying to suck me into this conversation? Didn't I just say it was a landmine of a conversation?
Well,
and
I
you're
was
trying
just
to
curious
put
why
me
you
on
haven't
blast?
popped the question.
I'm curious why you haven't.
I have.
Since when? I don't see a ring.
I don't
Yeah, you
get a
can't-
ring.
yeah, you
they get
can't-
a ring.
You don't get a ring
Not
also?
until you get
Are
married.
you stupid?
Not until
With
you
your
get married.
Fat idiot fingers. Good luck trying to find something for that. You're going to need a fucking belt.
For my fingers?
Yeah, your hands are so thick just because you're climbing up the rubble in Syria to get to this country.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Do you think you could still fit a belt? You're fat. On stage, you look fat. Lighting was bad for you.
I disagree.
No. You have to agree.
No, it's in 4K. We'll be able to review the tape and see if I really look fat.
I just over
if
the
I
years,
do, I'll delete the tape.
over the years, just the graph of from like Homo sapien to monkey and then like humans. Or monkey, Homo sapien, human, however
Yeah,
it goes. For you, it's just like
No
really-
wonder your sister beat you in trivia.
For you, it's like really tight skater shirts to like larger shirts, and now you're just straight up wearing a fucking bed sheet. What size shirts do you wear nowadays? Triple X? I'm curious. What do you wear?
Triple X.
Yes. Do you
Really?
shop at like Rick Ross's outlet? Because them shits are fucking hanging off of you. Roast me back.
So then, if we're doing that
Yeah.
cycle of life and evolution,
Okay.
what has happened to your style?
Mhm.
Because you went from regular crew neck with a V-neck over it, fucking
What?
skull candy headphones hanging out the front, khaki pants
You're gonna
every
use middle
single
school
day,
against me?
to super tight, trying to show your muscles, working at Dollar Tree, giant ass pit stains in the fucking polo because the shit is actually inside your body with how tight it is. Vacuum sealed shirt. You literally put on the shirt and then put a tube in the back to suck it as tight as possible to your body.
Yeah.
To now, you're wearing indoor and outdoor clothes at the same time every time I see you, regardless of the occasion.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready to be outside and inside.
You're always ready for bed and taking a trip at the same time.
Yes, sir. Call me. I'm out. I'm out
It's
the door.
fucking sick. Like, have you seen? Do you know who Alex Hormozy is?
Yeah.
He's like a entrepreneur, fucking whatever. This nigga's like, I found the perfect outfit that I wear everywhere. It's good for any situation. You want to take a swim? Good. You want to go to the gym? Fine. You want to do a business meeting? All about it. I'm wearing shorts, fucking wife beater, overshirt. And I went through 7 pairs of boots to find the perfect water pair boot that's comfortable. I don't wear socks. That's exactly what you have on at the same time.
And what is Alex Hermosa? A millionaire.
And okay. So taking that logic,
Yeah.
would you say financially you're comparable to where he is?
On my way there, Captain.
But in the span of that journey, if it's a marathon, what mile are you on?
2. What?
That's what I fucking thought. Speaking of marathons, you and Dave went on a run not too long ago. When are you guys going to run your marathon?
I don't know when we'll do the marathon, but we're going on another run this week, this upcoming.
How many miles?
He's choosing the trail this time, so I actually don't know. But it's by Seward Park.
That's cute. I'm starting to get pissed off with his extracurricular activities
Why?
because he just keeps a book of fucking doing
Things.
just random things.
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason. There's no consistency in the thing.
Yeah.
It's just a little, we're going to go to Paint and Sip at Cedro Woolley overlooking the water. Oh, we're in a cabin. We're fucking hiking Mount Vesuvius. Quit being an extracurricular nigga. Stay at home.
Yeah.
Just play Xbox. Become a darker and darker version of yourself where you just start to not feel any endorphins
Yeah.
and hate life like a proper male man.
Yeah. He doesn't want to have to buy larger shirts. He wants the...
What is wrong with the oversized shirt?
Nothing. I just don't know who's expecting you or your ex. But what I am saying is that this guy likes to try stuff, and you're hating on it because you're the exact opposite.
Exactly. As it should be. And does he hate what I do? Probably.
What you don't do. He hates what you don't do because we all know what you do. You're home playing video games.
Yeah. Okay. So if he hates what I don't do, it'd be all the things that he does, right?
No.
Think of your logic.
He
here.
hates the fact that you don't do
No wonder.
things.
You just said he hates what you don't do.
The fact that you don't do them.
No wonder the sister beat the shit out of you in trivia because you're stupid.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'd let her beat the shit out of.
What do you mean? What are you saying?
Let's
Say
go
it.
to segments.
Last night, thanks to your show, I only got to see the last two fights.
Cool beans, man.
UFC 297. What? Why are you doing a little piggy nose every time?
I'm just curious at why you're stuttering so much.
Bro, your nose looks...
Oink.
Your
I'm
nose
curious
looks
why
just
you
like
can't
your
get through the
dad's.
segment properly. Why can't you finish the segment without stuttering? Boo boo.
Why'd your people evolve with noses like that? You smell
That's
straight.
crazy coming from you with that giant fucking honker you have.
I got a good beak.
You got a shark fin on your face.
I got a good beak.
It's actually disgusting. It takes
Proportionate.
up so much of your studio apartment. It's crazy.
It's actually fun. But
you
I
don't
wouldn't
even
wanna
have you don't have chairs on your dining table because you just sucked them up in your sleep.
All right. But why are the nose holes so big? Because your nose is small and dainty, but then the holes are just fucking huge.
You know,
Why?
that's a fair question. I don't have an answer for that. But you know what? I don't think you have an answer for.
Why at the right angles
Where
I can
all
see
the
your brain?
volume in your lips went in comparison to your nose. Like your nose is a mountain, okay?
Figure it out.
And then the rest of the facial features are the small city around the mountain.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, there's a bunch of bodies up there, but it's too dangerous to get them because you'll probably die in the process. It's Mount Everest on your face is what I'm saying.
Okay. You have
Yeah,
black.
you got green boots on your face. If
Okay.
you knew about Mount Everest facts, you would know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah. Sitting it. You have black ape-like features. UFC 297. We had Sean versus Dreykus.
Heard the whole thing sucked except for the last fight.
Yeah, bro.
Is that true? I heard
Yeah.
Raquel Pennington's fight was a snoozer.
Yeah. There's definitely things you rather watch those two lesbians do aside from fighting.
Wow. I saw a comment where somebody said that women's UFC hasn't evolved and he thinks that they should be cut. I don't watch enough UFC to say that. I don't also thinking about cutting women's fighting. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I'm curious what your thoughts are because I can't really think of a female UFC fighter that is like the name anymore because everyone that I know of that was big retired.
Yeah. I think it's in a really bad spot right now. That's what fans are talking about. No one's at Amanda's level. No one's reached the
Is
star
Amanda
power.
still fighting? I thought she retired.
Retired.
Yeah.
No one's at the star power of Ronda Rousey. Like
I think that might be an issue overall with sports in general, though, because I saw another thing about. Sorry to break away from. It's along the lines.
I can handle it.
For NCAA, like college basketball, like who would be the cover of that? And the only notable person would be a girl player. There's only like one or two big name players that I can think of off the top of my head, and they're both in women's.
Do they all look
basketball.
like Snoop Dogg without glasses on?
Kind of, yeah. One's white. It looks like, yeah, along those lines.
Yeah.
But there just doesn't seem to be any like big up and coming like stars in sports anymore. What's happening?
I don't know. I think it's just that it's a lull, I guess.
So was the rest of the card boring, or is it just that fight in particular?
There was a good Neil Magny and that dude from Canada had a good fight. Neil Magny somehow won. He's just
Bro,
always
that
there.
nigga's been fighting forever,
Yeah.
and he's still getting fights. When is he gonna wrap it up?
He's very just saying it like it is. He's very like gatekeeper, middle of the pack kind of guy.
Yeah. So I'm curious. I mean, I guess the money is good if you're still doing
It's
it.
his
but
career.
If you're just middle of the pack guy and you know that you're never gonna like get the belt, and you're just getting essentially beat up for nothing, would you quit at some point?
I would if I had the wherewithal to be aware of my own situation.
Like if you were in his position right now, would you retire?
I don't think so. Because like you're in the UFC, you're making money, you're not that far away from the top group of people.
But you know that you'll
I don't know. I don't think he knows.
Honest. Okay, I guess he might not.
That's
know.
why he fights. Like
But-
he believes in himself.
If the people around you are like
Telling
brother,
me?
you're not gonna, like a Joe Rogan, Brendan Schaub type of situation where he's
Mhm.
like, you're not good enough to be there.
Hmm.
Would you retire?
I would hear them out. Yeah. Because I think it's one of those sports you got to be a little delusional.
Just
to
simply because
compete
you're
in.
gonna get the damage that you're gonna take in the long
It's never
in
worth
your
it.
lifespan is not worth it.
No.
Even if you're making good money now, when you're fucking 55, you're not gonna be able to hold your fucking grandkids because
Yeah.
your brain is soup. I don't know if that's worth it.
I think with what we know about CTE right now, if I had a moment where I realized like I'm probably not going to make it and people are telling me that, I would quit. Yeah. Why not? Like you tried it, you did your best, go do something else.
Yeah.
But getting to the main event, this fight that had a lot of buildup in the press conferences. Dricus managed to really get under Sean's skin. He talked about beating Sean the way Sean's dad used to beat him when Sean was a kid. Blah, blah, blah. Stuff went viral. And then they were seated next to each other somehow at another event. And Sean decided to politely ask a family to move so he could start fighting Dricus in the stands. And so there was some buildup there. These clips went viral. Lots of people were interested. And at the very last press conference, they made an agreement to fight to the death. They shook on it.
So Sean's like, shake my, we're gonna fight to the death. Yeah,
And he means it.
Yeah,
Like he really means it. And so I was super excited for these fights. The fight starts, and they both meet right in the center, which I'm really happy about. Sean's jab is it starts working right away. It separates him from Dricus. He has a good sneaky jab, and he has really good defense. First round goes to Sean. Second round goes to Dricus. Third round goes to Sean. Fourth round goes to Dricus. So now we're at the fifth, and in my opinion, whoever wins that round wins the fight. And they're both tired as fuck. They come out there. Sean is bleeding into his eye. Dricus' eyes are swelled almost shut. It's been a war of a fight where Dricus tried to implement some grappling, couldn't. Sean defended it and kept the fight standing for the most part, and they were just teeing off on each other the whole fight. So in this round, they both like bit down. They're going at it, and I don't know how it was judged the other way, but I had Sean winning for sure at the end of that fight.
okay.
3-2.
Because I looked at the comments afterwards, and you can't ever tell because any big fight, whoever loses, you just say rigged, rigged, rigged. So I can't. Everyone said it was rigged. Sure, but you think that it was like incorrectly judged?
I think they were in Canada, and I think there was a ton of press coming out about how fucked Sean is,
Yeah.
and he ran into reporters and stuff beforehand that really like had problems with what he says. And there's a chance that depending on who those judges were, they were a little biased. There's a chance.
Mm.
I
Interesting.
yeah, I had him winning. I think Dreykus even knew he didn't win that, but Dana, when he was putting the belt on Dreykus, he straight up told him I had Sean winning.
Damn.
So
Damn. Okay. And then at
Shit
the end
happens.
of the fight, Dreykus called out Israel Adesanya to challenge him for the belt.
Yep.
Do you think that fight's going to happen next? Is that something you want to see?
I think they have some history there. It kind of bugs me that Sean lost that way. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch too.
Mm-hmm.
So
What do you think is more likely?
It really depends on what Izzy wants to do. If he wants to keep sitting out, then it'll
Is he
probably be
intentionally sitting out
yeah.
right now? Why?
He had a big injury, but no one talked about what it was. Just a big injury.
Oh.
So
Okay.
he decided to take a 3-year hiatus. That's what he said. He wants to just sit out for whatever reason for 3 years. And so if
When did he say that?
in an interview with Teddy Atlas.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's doing his own thing, resting, not fighting, not training. If he comes out and wants to fight, they'll make the fight happen because Izzy wants to. But if he doesn't, then I would think a rematch.
I hope that he spends those 3 years just looking up how to not say corny shit. That's all I want. If
Yeah.
he comes back with great punchline, I will cheer for him the whole time.
Yeah.
If he comes back not cringe, brother, I will buy a t-shirt with his face on it.
Yeah. The storyline is there for both fights, though. Dreykus, Sean, rematch, everyone would watch. If Izzy comes back and fights Dreykus, they have history where Izzy said he's not African.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So either way, it just really depends all on what Izzy wants to do, in my opinion.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. And then we got UFC 300 coming out, and the main event hasn't been announced for that. But
Didn't Connor say that he's going to fight?
I think he said UFC 299, though.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
We'll see whenever it's official. He's bullshitting until then.
All right, so we got another fan submission for Am I the Asshole? This dude has a really weird fetish and wants something happen, and he wants to know how he should handle it moving forward. Okay? So here goes. I would walk into my room where it was dark and immediately put my penis into my desk mounted hold on. Desk mounted fleshlight as my usual habit. So he had a fleshlight mounted on his desk, and he would just walk into his room with the lights off and just go straight for it. Okay? But when my mom walked in and turned on the light, we both recoiled in horror as I saw that my dad was actually under my desk fixing the electrical outlet naked because the washing machine was also broken because the house had a lot of electrical problems.
What?
I had accidentally put my penis into my dad's asshole, and my computer had and my computer had young pictures of my cousins up on it from Facebook because I was looking up her birthday earlier. So I accidentally fucked my dad, and also now my so I
Who takes the time to craft this?
so I accidentally fucked my dad, and also now my whole family thinks I'm a pedophile. Oh God, Reddit, I really fucked up. I don't know what to do. How can we help him?
The fact that somebody took the time to create this situation,
Yeah,
like they thought of this in their head and then went to Reddit to post this.
yeah.
Insane. I'm more concerned about that than if he actually fucked his dad.
You don't think that's real? Bro, the threads under it, all just taking it fully seriously and giving him advice. There was a few comments that said that he needs to just sit down with his family and have a conversation about his habits and his privacy, like his needs for privacy.
The thing that's great in this is so he walks in, just goes straight for the fleshlight. He's fucking the fleshlight. His dad, for one, you don't hear him working on the desk. Also, why is your dad in the dark? Two,
Electrical issues.
okay, but you're pounding your dad's asshole, and he's not saying a single word about it.
I think he was caught off guard.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
You're not understanding that this was all a big accident.
Yeah, his dad is just like still so focused on the desk, he doesn't notice a dick in his ass. Okay.
He's also under the desk, so he couldn't move right away.
Yeah, you're right. He couldn't say a single word about it either. Like, son, get out of my ass.
Yeah, and he could have thought it was the mom. Like, who knows what that was? Is that
But
the
also,
show?
it is the show. We're ending on this, but there's pictures of his cousin on the screen.
Yeah.
So the lights are out, but
No,
the
when the
computer
mom
monitor.
flipped the switch to the room to because the dad fixed the electrical issue. The computer
Before
monitor.
he's working on the desk. So he fixed the electrical issue before he started working on the desk, but he's still doing the desk in the dark.
No, the outlet is under the desk. So as soon as he connected everything, the mom walked in.
Oh, just perfect.
It was like
timing.
crazy time.
And he's like, "Oh, there's a dick in my ass. Wow."
There's a real one I could do if you want, but that one
Yes,
made me
do a
laugh.
fucking
Okay.
real one.
And I know the audience doesn't know this, but these are all fan submissions from our subscribers.
How many times are you gonna say this?
It needs to be
Just
said.
get to the fucking
No.
point.
Am I the asshole for calling someone out for not tipping me? Hi, everyone. Looking for opinions on this. I work for an airport as a wheelchair attendant where I drive carts around to help the elderly, injured, and handicapped people. Most people are usually great and tip me, which make my job worth it since I only make $20 an hour. Yesterday, a young lady, looks around 22, had a boot on and needed to be taken to her gate. She was very nice, but when we got to the gate, she got off the cart and said thank you and did not tip me. She limped off, and when I realized her boot wasn't a cast and that she probably was exaggerating about her foot to get a free ride, I got upset. As she was walking, I looked at her and said, I see what you were doing. Where's my tip? She looked guilty and walked off and pretended to limp. I was angry and venting to the elderly lady in the seat after this person, and she nodded and seemed to agree, but later on said that I shouldn't expect a tip since she was a college student, and that was a bit harsh on her. My supervisor told me I was being unprofessional, but almost every elderly person I pick up tips me. It's a young girl who's perfectly healthy and didn't have the courtesy to do so. Am I the asshole for this?
Yes. Yes. Because if it's a young person, they're injured. You're not riding in a wheelchair often. If I had no clue that you're supposed to tip somebody that takes you in a wheelchair.
I didn't either.
I didn't think, but also, if she's faking the injury.
Dude, that's genius.
So the thing is, if she's faking an injury, I'm not concerned about getting a tip. I'm concerned about fucking her over. So, like, at that point, you realize that this bitch is faking. She's got a boot. She's not really hurt.
Yeah.
You fucking jam a stick in the back. You take a mop. You jam the stick in the back of those wheels. Leave it in the middle of gate E when she has to be at A in 15 minutes. Just leave that bitch to die.
It really call her out on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you going to get up and sprint?
Yeah, and be like, oh, have fun with that boot, bitch. And then you go and you pick up that nice old lady and you walk past while she's still stuck there just trying to figure out what to do. And you're like, me and Margaret are going to have a great time.
Margaret's just fucking flipping
Yeah, she's
around.
like with her old arthritis finger just like
That's a good call. That's a good call because my head didn't go there. You leave her somewhere and see if she's going to get up and start sprinting.
You put that bitch on the escalator.
You get there, she gets up and doesn't tip. You ask her to sit back down and you fucking tip.
you be like, wait, just 1 second. Just make sure that you're safe. She sits back down. You flip the fucking chair. Give her a real injury.
I would walk to some security guards and be like, she tried to sell me drugs in an airport.
You know, you'd take that bitch to the tarmac and you put her out on one of the lanes. Just
The whole time she had like foot cancer, like serious ass.
foot cancer.
I don't know.
Okay.
How do you feel about tipping in general? Where do you think it's appropriate, and where do you think it's just people being entitled to?
When
get a
it's an
tip?
actual service is when you tip.
Do you tip when you go pick up your to-go order?
Not very often.
Be honest.
Not very often.
But there's times you
I
have.
used to work at a restaurant. I know how this shit works. I tip the server. I
Mhm.
always tip 20%.
Yep.
Unless they suck fucking ass. Then at the least you tip 10.
Okay.
Because if not, see, most people don't know this. If you tip less than 10% to a server, they're losing money because they still have to tip out the people below them, like the bussers in the
Mhm.
kitchen. So if you don't like them, tip them 10% at least, so you're not taking money out of their pocket, unless they're a piece of shit. If they're a straight up piece of shit,
Yeah.
which happens for sure,
Yeah.
then I go, fuck you, lose money.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Remember when we had that one server that was a complete bitch? Her name was Heaven. How does that make sense? And she got 0 tip. And then I put 7 arrows around the tip to show that it was 0.
God, he's bitter, huh?
I worked at a restaurant. I can do this.
You earned your.
Yes,
you earned your
I
stripes
earned my stripes. I worked at a fucking carnival. Don't talk to me about a service job, nigga.
as you juggle. Yeah, I will never fucking tip for anything that's to go. That just makes no sense.
If you're in a wheelchair at the airport, would you tip? If you knew that that's one of those things that
to be honest, I wouldn't. I didn't know that's a thing. I thought that's just like a service they would provide. So there's a chance I get up without it even being on my mind that I gotta pay. So I think this person, although he's or she's used to getting tips, should just have the wherewithal to know that a kid probably doesn't know any better. And that's the moral of the story for the audience: is humble yourself. And
don't try and give any fucking lessons to people until you know how to put together.
It's my
Stop
feet.
doing that.
It's my feet.
I actually hate that. Fucking wear socks.
It's my feet.
That's the show.
Like, subscribe, and comment. Chase did a great job this weekend. Tell us.
All right.
This is the last episode I'm recording.